was really good though, family. Hey, I didn't realize it's got the thing on still. Yo, so family, let me know if you're up in the building with me. It's like literally a mad quick live stream. We're on our way back from Speaker's Corner and all that good stuff. So yeah, I just wanted to say hello to the family and see what you guys are up to. And let's just give me a quick little response of today. So yeah, man, today was kind of crazy, kind of nice, man. It was nice being at Speaker's Corner, seeing the family, seeing everybody there. You know, we had some great conversations. You know, who did we have in the mix? We had Our Corner popping off, Shaka Ra, man like Raven, all right, man like Jedi. We're talking about criminology or criminality within inside of the African Caribbean community. What are the causes of it? Is it external causes or are they internal causes? What are the effects of it, as well as the solution to the problem itself? So you know, we was even talking about, like, you know, it affecting crime, affecting, you know, one generation, but it's also cross-generational, meaning the problems of one generation is also inherited by the upcoming generations, or the generations that you know, come after it. So yeah, real good conversations, real great conversations today. Oh man, people are looking in like, yo, Carl, what's going on? Why are you speaking to yourself? I'm like, shut up your Uber, shut up the Uber. And I'm not even talking about the Uber man, you know, I'm talking about the man that's looking at me, so I'm just edging forward a little bit. But yeah, anyways. I missed that fresh face looking you with that beard. But anyways, yeah, so real good conversation today as well. So I just want to hail up the brothers that had the great conversation. You know, we had a little Sarah you know, presentation of some sort today as well. Everybody kind of weighing in on I'm your daddy. Love that. You know, we was there speaking about you know, why I say Sarah, you know, is the representative or the spokesperson of that emerging Afro-consciousness within inside of, you know, the UK basically. So that was really good. That kind of, you know, brought things into perspective, which I thought was really good. I hope that you guys benefited from it. And then we were speaking about African spirituality, as well as, you know, the other Abrahamic religions. Brother Isa was dropping some information. And yeah, we were just speaking about the demonization of African spirituality itself. So yeah, awesome conversations today at Speaker's Corner. We need more of that. We need more of that. There was a beautiful Somali sister that came into the mix as well. You know, and she was just like a breath of fresh air. A sister called Ayan Umar Sah. Yeah, Ayan Umar Sah, I believe her name is, if I record it correctly. Forgive me if I just messed up your name. If you're listening to this right now, salute to you, Queen. Really appreciated you. You know, we were saying earlier on that we need more voices from the queens to come through, and she was just one of those voices that really represented, really, you know, came with some power. Like I was like, ooh, I was humbled. I was like, we are not worthy to be in your presence right now. I think she kind of took over a conversation with James Speaker's Corner, and it was to do with, like, you know, female circumcision, I believe it was, and human rights and FGM and a few other stuff as well. So I was like, ooh, well, hello, darling, hello. Like, I was like, yeah, we need some of that. We need some of that. Let me just quickly chill for a second and see what's good. So let me quickly just shout you guys out as well. But the Bings up in the building, what's good? Anfield Road, Q Chandy, Sahih Muslims up in the building, Patrick Normal Park, Mohammed Qasims is up in here. Hello all, says Big Bad John Love All. Yeah, buddy. Baba Yaga says hi from the States. It's good. You and Sarah are the most intelligent individuals I've heard down at Speaker's Corner, says G Singh. Salute, salute. C.A. Levy says, dude. Yeah, Kingsman Rav is up in the building as well. So yeah, you know, concentration for a second. So yeah, I just wanted to salute everybody who actually turned up and was present watching Speaker's Corner today. I thought it was really good. I like the flow of conversation. I like where it was going. Also, I want to shout out Shaka Ra for putting on the brother Dali and Adolfo. And I know they're going to be discussing African spirituality on his channel, Shaka Ross Speaks. So I can't wait for that. That's going to be happening this month, the 22nd, Tuesday, the 22nd of January. That's going to be absolutely phenomenal itself, right? So I can't wait. You let me know if you lot can wait, because I can't wait for that. Was Hijab there? I came late, so I came after 6. I think it was like 6ish anyway. And I don't recall seeing Hijab, and I don't believe he was there. So no, Hijab wasn't there, to my own recollection or knowing. Was good. Melody Irby's up in the building. So yeah, I was just, just kind of feeling like we need to discuss a little bit more. We need to normalize African spirituality a bit. And I was saying, like, I just wished Jesus was Nigerian. Okay, if Jesus was Nigerian, African spirituality just would not be demonized. Okay, like it just wouldn't. Okay, you got man them walking on water, like, if you saw that now, like in Africa, you're gonna call that juju, obia, all sorts, voodoo, all sorts, right? And black magic, it's all demonized, right? You know how Paul went blind, certain ritual priests can go say, "Tra, tra, blind you, I blind you," like nobody ain't battering an eyelid, right? When Paul disciple gets blind or somebody gets struck down dead, nobody gets like, oh no, something horrible's happened. But when it comes to African spirituality and the same occurrence happens, it's like I think that we're all guilty, and some of us like, so what, it's demonic. But I think we're all guilty to the extent that we've been so socialized into demonizing African spirituality that it's like, what do you mean? Like, why would you not demonize it? But we don't levy that same type of cost or price against Islam, Judaism, Christianity, Sikhism, even possibly Hinduism, Buddhism, Shintoism. We don't think the same way about any other cultures, spiritual practices or beliefs or whatever the case is. But for African spirituality across the board, we do. So I think we need to step out of that a little bit and kind of develop and step out of our comfort zone. Yeah. Some of you guys are gonna fight me back on this one, I already know, but it's the truth of the matter is, like we can say the same thing about any of the religions if we really peered into the different religions, like turning like a staff into a snake. Like, if that's not juju, I don't know what juju is. You dig what I'm saying? Turning a staff into a snake, I don't know what juju is. I don't know. If you could hit a rock and water can come out of it, I don't know what juju is. If you can breathe into a clay object, right, and it turn into a bird and flies away, then I don't know what juju is. If you can spit on the ground, okay, and apply that that mixture of spit and ground into somebody's eyes and cause them to be from being blind since birth to seeing, then I don't know what juju truly is. If that's not juju, I don't know what it is. If you can sacrifice animals and sprinkle blood on people's cloths or clothes or garments, right, or hems, whatever the case is, right, I don't know. Like, this is all part of the Bible and Abrahamic faiths, right? It's all part of it. That's all in there. But we don't demonize it. We don't look at it in a like certain way of like, I'm trying to do the cross, but I'm holding it, my phone. So we don't do it like that for them. So why do we feel as though it's acceptable for these religions to have these types of stories or practices, but when it comes to African spirituality, it's like, we ain't feeling that, homie. We ain't feeling it. So yeah, I like having respect for everybody, to be honest with you. And I like to think I show respect to everybody, but then I feel as though like I'm slightly being offended when I see other people find problems with it. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, like even today, I think we were saying that we bow down, prostrate, or bidet, like we bow to certain individuals who are elders in our communities, or our, how can I put it, elders or our parents, right? These are the things that we do as part of our culture. When it's like, oh, that's shirk, that's devil worship. That's not devil worship. It's something that's wrong type of vibe. But we're like, but hold on, why is it wrong? Why do we have to feel as though made to feel bad, but we allow you to talk about whatever you're talking about? You know, do you feel what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of crazy. Like, somebody can just look at your culture, for example, your religious, and we could say like, but you talk to yourself, like, let's say you pray to an imagine or into an imaginary god every, or imaginary person every day, type of vibe. Like, what about that? Like, like, nobody doesn't speak about other people's religions in that fashion unless they're atheists and they're trying to do whatever they're doing. But nobody don't really look at other people's religions in that way. But for some strange reason, when it comes to African spirituality or African culture, it is pretty much demonized. Yeah, it pretty much is demonized. So yeah, very interesting conversation. I think we should pick that up very soon. There's always like, oh, but you leave food out for your ancestors, and I'm like, okay, all right. I'll say, okay, granted, we leave food out for the ancestors, but in your traditions, you leave, bones out. You leave bones out to the jinns, right? Like, like, people in your tradition, like, they leave bones, i.e., food, out for the jinns. But that's not looked on in a funny way at all. Like, we don't look at that that's funny, but for some strange reason, for African spirituality, it is looked at as funny. So to me, there's just so much, I don't know, double standards. Yes, but you do sacrifices type of vibes. Like, Africans, they do sacrifices and stuff. But then hold on, like, don't you lot have, like, Jews, for example, have their, they're ringing, I don't know if you ever seen it, like, they're ringing the bird's neck and throwing it around their heads, right? Nobody doesn't bear an eyelid at Jews doing something like that. Or, cutting, the lamb's head, cutting a lamb's neck or something like that. Hebrews do it. Muslims do it every year as well, right? Nobody don't say, oh, look, blood sacrifices, that's you're doing. Like, nobody batters an eyelid, to be honest with you. Nobody really does. But for some strange reason, when it comes to Africans, it's like, we gotta look at you funny. We gotta look at you funny. So, we need to start normalizing African culture and African spirituality. That's my thing. Oh man, sun-kissed people, I like that. Little Rock and Arkansas, total support. Peace and respect to you, mate. Love. I can walk on a stream. Hey, me too. Me too. That's one of my first miracles. Prophet Moses was black. People should not be racist. Oh man, that's from Muhammad Qasim. Hi from Los Angeles. Where's Adnan Rashid at? Y'all not cool anymore. Adnan Rashid, I don't think Adnan Rashid is cool with me now, but I'm always cool with everybody. Romy Tobinson, oh no, you've changed your profile pic. What? Well, the state of Modine and Romanians right now, unbelievable. Romanians? Okay, I saw the thing with Modine today, but I don't know Romanian. Okay, and then got lectures coming up. Okay, that's cool. Oh man, big up Titans. Pack mentality up in the building. I don't know about, oh no, yeah, okay, we got Ngozi coming on tomorrow. We got Ngozi coming on tomorrow. Just message me now. It's gonna be, I think it's like 11 o'clock his time, so that's EST, and hopefully that will be roughly around 4 p.m. tomorrow. 4 p.m. we got brother Ngozi coming on. That's gonna be superb. I don't know about that, mate. I like looking into all things. Would you say Druidism or shamanism are bad? I wouldn't. They have some bad concepts, same as any religious practice taken too far. Yeah, that's exactly what we're saying today. Those people who practice African spirituality or are sympathetic to African spirituality also have to realize that there is negativity within side of African spirituality, like just as there is in any other religion. And it shouldn't be romanticized neither. There is some terrible stuff that takes place inside of it as well. So we're not trying to romanticize anything. We're just trying to give it to be fair, like they should have the right, okay, of being placed up there as any other religion. All right, let's quickly go through. Well, go on, family. Man, Latin says up in the building. We bust juju, then we bust case. Aye. That's the puntite, not pirate. Disagreeing equals disrespect. Nah. Yeah, we're speaking about that. Like, there's no problem to disagree with any religion or spirituality or philosophy. You can disagree all day long. You can say, I believe it's wrong for such and such reasons. But when you start to demonize it, then that's when it becomes a problem. Do you know what I'm saying? When you start to demonize something, I think that's when it becomes a problem. Shirk is a stupid concept for insecure gods who can't handle being abandoned, says Sahih Muslim. It's all imaginary superstition. Bowing in respect isn't shirk, just saying. Oh man. Shouts out to H. Hal Tam. Ankheru says, I have no respect for Arab Islamist Muslims. None. No apology. Man even puts a middle finger up. Okay, this is from Ankheru. Don't say it's from me, baby. Alright. I believe some individuals find African spirituality is deemed under them for some reason, says Gaulin Didier. Indeed. Every religion is demonized. Okay. Don't forget that if someone recently passed, you leave a pint for them at the pub. It says, all magic is BS. There is only physics and emergence from there. I agree with you, but shh, don't tell anybody, answer. I'll get into trouble. Okay. It meant death if the captives in the US learnt to read, but the only book was the Bible. This took 400 years to take hold and for us to forget who we were. So they moved in and claimed our history, says Melissa. All religion is ritualistic, OCD stuff, and none is superior to another, especially when it comes to sacrifices, says Simon James. Earthworm Jim, long time I didn't see no Earthworm Jim, you know. I'm gonna go to Speaker's Corner next week. You better listen to me. I like that. Demand it. You better listen to me. All right. Modine, I don't know. Somebody said that he was arrested, and they both were arrested, but I don't know. I don't have any confirmation on that, so I won't even put that out there in the ethers. General exterminate, low telepathy, haha, take a markets, bro. All right, magic is like science that we haven't discovered yet. Okay. Understandable. The demon fish in the Congo is an example I would use, but then there are very beautiful family concepts that are there as well. You may have a good example. Please share more. Okay. Titans the Whisperer. Is the beard to troll your Muslim fans? Jeez. Hold on. Listen, you know me, you know, I out Muslim the Muslims, you know. Just putting it out there. Sometimes I even out Christian the Christians, you know. Just putting it out there, you know. That's the beauty. I like you like it though. You like it. I know. But nah. I think secretly, yeah, I think I'm a natural troll. I really do. And I don't even know. I don't even know. Do I even intentionally try to troll people? I don't know. I just think that my nature is very, I like to be humorous, and I like not to take things too serious, although I do take things serious. But I think that sometimes you have to add a little bit of jokes and humor into the mix, unless everybody gets a bit too tight and aggressive with it. So it's always good, like, you know, God is a God that loves. God is a God that loves to joke around. God is a God that loves, you know, humor. You know, if your God doesn't like humor, then it's a very sad God, right? So I'm a jovial God. Let's quickly see. What's the time? 11:47. Ooh, it's late. I was all thinking to myself, like, shall we do a show tonight? Y'all like a show tonight? We ain't done nothing for ages. But yeah, actually, no, tell a lie. So yeah, we got Ngozi coming on tomorrow, right? Remember that 11 a.m. Sorry, 11 a.m. if you're in the Eastern, in the US, right? That's the time he should be on. But if you're in the UK, right, I believe that it's going to be 4 p.m. 4 p.m. till roughly around 6 p.m. We're going to have Brother Ngozi coming through, dropping some fire bombs, okay? Absolutely amazing. Going to be speaking about the origins of man. We're going to be dealing with a lot of science. We're going to now go into theology, God concepts, Kemet as well. We're going to be discussing so much. Yeah, it's going to be absolutely unbelievable. So yeah, please look out for that. look out for that. Let me quickly check to see what's going on with you guys. And then yeah, like I was actually speaking that we need to do more on African spirituality as well, and African philosophies is actually needed and necessary. You know, sometimes we speak on Kemet, Kemetic philosophy, and the reason why we tend to speak on Kemetic philosophy, for me personally, I understand that Kemetic philosophy is like a bridgeway gap to the rest of Africa. If you can get your head around Kemetic philosophy, then there isn't much that you can't. There's not much. There's not like if you can understand and accept Kemet, then there's no reason why you cannot understand and accept, you know, Igbo philosophy and spirituality, or Yoruba philosophy and spirituality, or Congo, you know, spirituality and philosophy and religion in certain cases as well. So now that's why I love Kemet. It's just like the little bridge to get you involved, you know, the archway from religion, i.e. Abrahamic faiths, over into Africa a bit more. And then once you do that, you can go a little bit further in and kind of learn more. So I think it's an awesome bridge. But let me quickly go through. And yeah, I want to do some shows soon. I actually want to go through like the Coming Forth by Day, i.e. the Egyptian Book of the Dead, and kind of go through some of the chapters in there and kind of teach Kemetic philosophy and Kemetic mythology and Kemetic, how can I put it? What do we call it again? Teleology? I think it's something like teleology or something like that. But yeah, I want to kind of teach more of that because number one, I think Kemetics, if that is the right word or right term, but I'm going to utilize anyway. Like Kemetics, I do believe they need to actually get more educated, okay, on what the books or like the prime teaching materials actually have to say. I rarely get to see people go through one entire book and just break it down. So hopefully I want to do a series like that on the Coming Forth by Day and show you the practical applications of it. So for example, if you got a Book of the Dead, ancient Egyptian Book of the Dead, or the Coming Forth by Day, or the Pert Heru, like the very first chapter in there, the very first chapter, especially from the papyrus of Anui or Ani, you know, you have, you know, the hymn of Ra, all right, or the hymn of Atum, or the hymn of Ra. Hymn of Ra. Yeah, you have the hymn of Ra in there, and I think that's got to be like the most beautiful thing, because that there is something that you should do on a daily basis. For those people who are involved in the actual practical application of the theoretical side of things, all the knowledge that you do learn and stuff that you study, you should have put it to application. So for me personally, I utilize that, and I try to utilize that at least 3 times a day. At least 3 times a day, or twice a day. Sometimes it's only once a day. All right, but I try the very best to really put that into application. You know, it's actually like an ancient ritual, an ancient practice, an ancient hymn itself that should be done on a daily basis. So I really love to just go through that and kind of teach it as well, and teach what it's actually trying to say, and then go into the hymn of Asar, which is the 2nd chapter, and which is something that you should do on a nightly basis as well, and kind of break down what it means, what does it represent, you know, what are these two polar opposite principles, and what do they truly represent itself. So like, I want to go into some stuff, then kind of go through the rest of it, the rest of the book. You know, you got like the judgment scene, all of these different concepts in there. What is the judgment? What is the judgment scene representing? You know, what comes after it? You know, all that good stuff. Like I really want to spend some time just breaking it down, because I don't really see anybody on YouTube really breaking down Kemetic philosophy from a step-by-step process. Like okay, now that we've got the book, like, you know, you got like the religious folks, they got their Bibles, they got the Qurans, and then they got like a set foundation of, you know, a guide foundation, like, yep, here it goes, accept Jesus as our Lord and Savior, this and that, we get baptized, you know, we read Our Father who art in heaven and all those good stuff there. We don't really, there's nothing like that's really been formalized, in my understanding, for the layman with inside of the Kemetic schools of thought, unless you belong to an initiatic school system or temple school system. There's not really much that people could kind of learn from. So hopefully I want to actually start that off really soon, just breaking it down, especially for those people who ascribe to Kemeticism or Kemet or Kemetu or whatever the case is, as well as giving like the lay normal man who don't have a clue what it's about and how it relates to them, or if it doesn't even relate to them, but kind of understand where people from the Kemetic side of school, Kemetic side of things is kind of coming from. But yeah, let me quickly read through. We need to tackle Arabization. She is getting out of control. Nah, indeed, we do. Yeah, we should definitely have a show on Arabization and things like that. Looking fresh though, Jay. Big up the content, says Nicholas Benton. All right, let's go through. Magic is real if you believe in it. Yeah, I feel that's a real talk right there. That is actually a real talk. I like that. Say wallahi. That's from Hisoka. What happened? You were MIA for a while. Yeah. You know, too much circulation makes the price of bread go down. Sometimes you gotta remove yourself. Oh my gosh, we got Ultra Funky up in the building. Ultra Funky, K. That's my voice going. Man, like Ultra Funky's up in the building. Not interested in having a good time. Oh, I like that. Red Nose says, yes, please, and thank you if you set up a show tonight. Whew. All right. Sorry to hear about the fatwa on Brother Sarah. He always walk in the footsteps of the ancestors. Definitely. Shout out to Kofi. Yeah, Kofi up in the building. Ultra Funky, the most lovable atheist in the world. Thanks, fam. Peace and love. Trust me. Hey. I find no issue with philosophy, but spirituality is not something I sit well personally. Yeah, see, for me, spirituality, depending on who's defining it, I just see spirituality as the depending, because there's metaphysics, which is something something different, but I see spirituality more to do with psychology. Is it psychology or the psyche? Yeah, psychology/psyche. So it's dealing with the psyche of the human being, but utilizing metaphors, and yeah, it tends to utilize a lot of metaphors. When we're speaking about, especially when we're talking about in Kemet, definitely, what we're really talking about is the psychic realm. I don't mean psychic as in do. I'm talking more like, you know, what's going on internally in terms of your mind. Okay, when we're talking about the soul, you know, soul is another word, soul, spirit. No, what we're really talking about is the psyche, i.e. your mind. That's what it really is. Okay, that's what it really is that we're discussing. Definitely we're speaking about Kemetic spirituality, or most of these like African spiritualities, but they utilize a lot of metaphors that get people lost, and a lot of people are just lost, like, I don't get it. Yeah, sometimes we need to just strip away all of that, you know, fluffy talks, like heaven, you know, the ways they're like, no, why don't we just say we're talking about the mind right now? Okay, put away the esoteric BS or the esoteric jargon and just talk straight. Like, let's just talk straight. Let's just talk straight. Okay. So, but at the same time, that's just like a left brain way of thinking, and you need, again, to do with psychology or psyche, we've got to realize that we've got two hemispheres. We've got the left brain and the right brain, and both deal with different functionalities, where the right side of the brain deals more with allegories and metaphors and symbolism and art and music and you know, rhyming words and all that good stuff. It's more that creative side where you need that element, where your left brain is more that logical, straight, linear way of looking at things. So hopefully, you know, I think you need to get, like, left brain people should get the balance and enjoy more right brain activities, whether it's art, whether it's music, whether it's dancing, all those things there, so you can kind of strike a nice balance. So when you're hearing spirituality, it doesn't sound too foreign, unless it's somebody who's speaking about spirituality but don't know what the hell they're talking about. Then I can understand what you're talking about. But anyways, let me stop rambling. Times TV, I think you should come to California, link up with the Magi and do a build. Hey, shouts out to Wait, Almond Ra Squad. No. What's it called, my brother? Magi. Arrows up. Rah. Yeah, buddy. You already know, man. Jonathan Owens. That's my guy right there. Come to Newcastle. Can come interview the Antichrist. The only way. What's good? Yo, family. I told you guys, yeah, you lot telling me come this place, come that place. Invite me. That's all you gotta do is invite me. Give me an official invite. All right. Tell me where I need to go, and you got me. Why not do shows where you read these books with a few other community members and discuss the understanding you take from them as a group? Ooh, awesome! I like that, Red Nose. I like that. So any of my Kemetics, yeah, those people who deal with Kemetic, and you know what, yeah, if you deal with any other African spirituality as well, like I remember we had a brother who deals with Bar Congo and other stuff, yeah, like, and then of course we got my Ifa, you know, family as well. Like I want to start busting open some certain things, and then we can really go into. But it's like right now, you know, when I'm the only one, I don't want to look like the black sheep. So please help me. What about Go Live Media in-depth live stream analysis of Al-Wala Wal-Barah by Katani? What about Go Live? I haven't even really watched Go Live Media's new stuff, but that would be interesting, mad interesting. Shouts out, I like Go Live Media, you know. I know some of you guys might be throwing eggs in my face right now, but I like Go Live Media. Like if you really don't want that sugar coat in, yeah, and you want that raw, like real stuff, yeah, coming from a specific school of thought, like go to Go Live Media and just listen to the conversations in there. It's quite enlightening. I personally like it, yeah. So any of my moderators, if you see Go Live Media up on here and he might be saying some wild stuff even against myself, let him talk his talk, man. Let him talk his talk. I appreciate his voice. Deep YouTube book reviews, yeah. He's live streaming while driving, legal in the UK. Nah, but you know how we do. We're above the law. You know them ways there. Man just, you know, let me troll real quick. Man just drops the secret Masonic handshake. Yeah, boom, 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 boom. Man's good to go. Black power. I'm trolling. Listen, before I get BPA on me, I mean, what's not BPA? What's it called? British Transport Police, BTP. Before I get British Transport Police on my door, like saying, "Yeah, Kalam, yeah, I heard you. All right. Oh no, don't say that. I'm gonna go past that. Let's see. Moses calls Egyptian gods false. I don't know about that. Can you recommend a book of the dead for beginners, King? I would say there's 2 books of the dead that you can purchase here from E.A. Wallace Budge, and they're both like special, or they're both unique, and they're both great in their own way. There is the Book of the Dead by E.A. Wallace Budge and the Book of the Dead by Raymond O. Faulkner. Okay, 2 books of the dead. Raymond Faulkner's Book of the Dead has, you know, the full list, or the full so-called list. I don't know if he has the full list, but a lot of the so-called chapters, 195 at least chapters in the Book of the Dead, he has them all there in his book. Whereas Wallace Budge's one has the ones from the papyrus of Anui or Ani, and then he also has appendixes of the same chapters or different chapters as well. But if you want the complete, if you want to see like what the whole relation would have been inclusive of, I would say Raymond Faulkner's one. But if you also are interested in the actual hieroglyphs and want to learn more about the hieroglyphs as well, want to go more in depth in the hieroglyphs specifically, then Budge's one is really good. So depending upon what's your desire. Like what mate, please enlighten us. Oh, okay. Yeah. Kalam, you liar. You brought gang to Speaker's Corner. Kalam, you liar. You brought gang to Speaker's Corner. Everybody's Speaker's Corner. Kalam, check out the old European maps of Africa. It will blow your mind. Alright. Al-Hasud. Man. What's that? Okay. I don't know what that means. Al-Hasul al-Manzur. Hustle. I don't have a clue what hustle is. Manzil? I know what manzil is. Upon manzil. I know what that means, but I don't know what hustle is. Anyways, let me stop reading Arabic. You ain't a crook, son. Wealthy, blessed one is shook one. Aye. That is an acceptable understanding of spirituality. I see no issue with explanation. Thank you for the info, mate. Love. Spirituality is just an aspect of psychology. Yeah, biology, chemistry, morphic resonance, electromagnetic fields, to name a few. And good evening, the rest of the good people. Yeah, buddy. Hey, Kalam, what's good? Okay. Sadly, rhythm and inner, some of those things you stated are hard concepts for me. I do love music and delve into it, but it is difficult to feel the music, as some people would say. What's the latest with Islam now? I don't know. We haven't really spoken about Islam. You tell me what's been going on. The most I know that well, this is not to do with Islam as such. It's to do with the Kaaba. I know that Mecca has been under attack of some people say locusts, but I believe it's cockroaches that's been plaguing Mecca. But other than that, I don't really know. Kalam with his beard looks like Muslims. Okay, psychology is a part of rising consciousness. I was saying to scientific guy that some things are magic and ain't physical. Okay. Oh, happy Orthodox New Year to those of you guys. Is it Orthodox New Year? Happy Orthodox New Year then. Quran does have the answers about magic. Okay, it's magic as long as you don't have. No, what happens? Okay, let me go through. Yeah, spread the wealth of knowledge as a group from southeast, west to north Africa. There are many that can be discussed. So much to learn. All right, general exterminate. Hey mate, the Islam culture, you forced marriage turns them gay. They are not in real love. They just want to play with other men. That's from Dieta Johansson. No, that's it. Okay. Yeah, no, that's fair. I think Go Live Media has some very interesting conversations and quite likable guy. Yeah, indeed, man, indeed. Kofi says the Ashanti of Ghana is similar to Kemetic teachings. Yeah, there's a massive Muslim wave. Yeah. All praise to Ra. Finally, a true thing. Who gave you the Bible and the Quran? Your oppressors, says Black Peace. Black Peace says here, through Ra is freedom for the black man, woman, and child. Oh man, Rain of Thunder isn't magic. Okay, go through. I'm trying to go through to the end. Yeah, through to the end. Oh yeah, don't. Oh yeah, where am I? Yo, show some love and support, baby. Don't forget to hit the like button. I wish there was a love button on this so you can say love it, Callum, love it. And of course, if you want to get my attention, simply type Titans TV, because it's all hard reading every single one of these comments, right? Make life easier for me. Type Titans TV, or on the other hand, show your love, show your support by hitting us up with the super chat as well. Yeah, buddy. Okay. Yo, man, that's Sophia Films up in the building as well. Chase. Callum, there's a hadith in which Muhammad describes his black slave girl as shaitan to his companions. They were Uthman, Ali, and another guy. I can't remember his name. I can't remember him calling his slave girl shaitan. I don't recall that, so I can't confirm what you're saying, Brother Ricardo. Yeah, Happy New Year, family. Happy New Year. Mr. Okay, let me quickly go through. Man, like Issa up in the building. Yes, because I wasn't talking. I was giving them I was giving them like a rehashing or reviewing or synopsis of what we was describing today at Speaker's Corner. We had, at the beginning, our corner with brother Shakara, Raven, Jedi jumped in, Beefy jumped in as well. A few of us talking about criminology or criminality within inside of the Black Afro-Caribbean communities, and we was talking about the causes of it, whether it's external or internal. We was also talking about the effects of it, via one generation, and then also it being passed down or inherited to another generation. Then we went on to the solutions of that itself, i.e. building culture and implementing certain practices within inside of particular boroughs and so forth. That was awesome conversation. Then we moved on. Brother James was having a great conversation, and a woman jumped in as well called Sister Ayan Umar Sah, Somali sister, absolutely wonderful, big her up. Then we spoke about Sarah Bumbaye. I'm trolling, all right, but we spoke about Sarah, the I'm Your Daddy comment. Then we started speaking to do with African spirituality and other Abrahamic religions, trying to normalize. I was trying to say, like, let's try to normalize African spirituality, where we know that no matter where we're coming from, as Africans ourselves who are pro African spirituality or have a sympathy to African spirituality, we completely acknowledge that within inside of our own culture, and bringing up that African spirituality has been demonized, and even us ourselves inherit those type of thoughts about African spirituality. And I think it's time that we start to normalize it and let it be seen as Christianity, Judaism, Islam, Sikhism, Hinduism, Buddhism, Shintoism, and all that good stuff. Like, let it become something normal that we can discuss, and not something that's like taboo type of vibe. So that's kind of what I was talking about in the side, reading through the comments. So it's like a nice little quick recap for everybody. And I was saying, it would be good to do a show going through some of like Kemetic, like the Kemetic books. I think one of the key texts for the Kemetic books, I would say, is the ancient Egyptian Book of the Dead. That's not the title that they gave to it. They called it the Coming Forth by Day, and that's called in their language the Pert Emheru. All right, and that's an absolutely magnificent, fantastic book, and I want to go through, like, kind of read chapter by chapter and kind of break down, and hopefully get other people. Somebody Red Nose, I believe, said, yeah, get other people on as well, kind of discuss some of the concepts that is being extrapolated from these particular verses inside of those books. So yeah, I wanted to get into some real good juicy stuff. New Age tried to hijack the Black African Egyptian symbols for their satanic games. They failed, says Black Peace. Oh, my throat. Okay, so remember, if you tag Titans TV, I'm gonna read you out. Heart is just a pump. Oh man. Yo, Kalam, still waiting for a book recommendation for my 11-year-old daughter. Ooh. Oh, you're stressing me. Oh, sugar, I didn't even pick up my do you know what I've got? Forgive me. I can't even tell you when then. I can't tell you when. Forgive me. I'm curious, what are your thoughts on the concept of Seth, the great destroyer of serpent of chaos? See, again, these principles are sick still. So Seth or Sutukh or Set can be used for both good and bad. He's literally in Ray's retinue as a protective spirit, or protective force, should I say, protective force that kind of fights or destroys any negative forces that's trying to come its way. He's like the representation of disagreeableness and chaos, right? And I particularly think like Sarah embodies the principle of Sutukh, right? Yeah, completely embodies it. Yeah, and once he's fighting on the right side, oh sugar. If you on the other side, yeah, he is absolute chaos. He is the serpent. He's the devil himself to you. But if he's fighting on the right side, right, he's the destroyer. And he's not destroying anything that is good. He's destroying that which is disagreeable. So sometimes we need, like, chaos or disorder isn't always something that should be viewed as negative. It can also be viewed as positive, because in order for you to lay down the truth, you must first uproot falsity. You must first destroy the building to raise the new foundations. So that's the kind of the principle that Set or Sutukh represents. Amazing principle though. What is your opinion on the Vedas and the ancient Hindu teachings? Allow me, Priyesh. Allow me, okay? I do have certain Hindu, but it's more like New Age spirituality that draws a lot of Hinduism from it, from the Theosophical Society. I've got quite a lot of books from them, but to get pure Hindu teachings, I can't say I've really sat down and read. I know I have read bits and pieces, but I haven't really sat down and read, and I can't speak on something that I don't have full knowledge or enough knowledge to speak on. So sorry, we're gonna have to get like Farhan Qureshi on for you. Okay, apologize. Hi, Kalam, are you in a Rolls Royce? Nah. Ooh, Rolls Royce. No, Rolls Royce. Nah, it wasn't Rolls Royce. Do you know what? Nah, let me stop talking. I did have a dream, right? That's why I didn't buy a car for time. It was like a Bentley, a baby blue Bentley with not ivory, like mahogany wood interior. I was like, I'm not getting anything I'm not getting any car until I get that Bentley. Oh my goodness. I had the money for one, but that jumped out my mind. After that, you know what I started buying? I started buying toys. So I started buying like quad bikes, motorbikes, and stuff like that, because I had a dream. I said, no, the Bentley, the Bentley, the Bentley, the Bentley. But no, I didn't get the Bentley in the end. I got something else. But the Bentley was so sick. It was like was it two-seater? It was a two-seater. It was small, like it was small, convertible. Could it be in a four-seater? I can't remember, but I know it was a two-seater Bentley, and it was blue, like baby blue. Okay, one of my chiefs, big man up in Slough, you know, millionaires, went to his house, and I was like, yo, I need this Bentley in my life, you know, I need it. But anyways, stop talking. You should invite Ralph the Race Realist onto your panel for a chat. I told him about you and your channel. Okay, I need to go and watch some of his stuff. I've been hearing his name. Mutual human respect. It worries me that people make decisions based on text about a all-powerful invisible being. If I based a government on the tales of Luke Skywalker, would you be concerned? Oh, a broken silence, you know. Hey. All right, let me quickly go through. I need to close down and get into my house. Well, chaos is not always bad. When things become stagnant, chaos relies the foundation of the foundation of societies and bringing great change or upheaval depending on how or who does it. In that, I agree 100%. We are if like minds, my friend. Love. Times TV, he should get his daughter to read anything by Jacqueline Wilson. She writes excellent books for young people, especially girls. All right, okay, so read anything by Jacqueline Wilson. Jack, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, I remember having some Jacqueline Wilson books, but I think he's talking like some superpower books there. Times TV, the Book of the Dead is handed to you by your slave master to keep you cocooned up in ignorance, like yourself, who hasn't got a clue. Says Shaq Ace. I take it you don't have a clue what the Book of the Dead is, okay? And unfortunately, I do not have a slave master. I don't have a slave master, so I don't know what you're talking about, unfortunately. Okay, and I do think that you don't know what you're talking about neither. Raj's Red Pill says, Time TV, read Bhagavad Gita as it is by Prabhupada, the best book and good book on meditation, self-realization. Shouts out to you, Raj's Red Pill. Love that. Why am I not sleeping yet? Time TV, read Beginning of Guidance by Imam Ghazali. Okay, I'm trying to think. I know I have some book. I know I've read some of Imam Ghazali's work. I'm trying to think if I have. What books do I have? Broken Silence. Okay, cool. Kalam, did Ra communicate with you by a book? No. Ra communicates to me every single day. But you could say that, but I would rather say this, right? You could say that, but I would rather say the principle of Ra with inside of the scribes, okay, communicated their thoughts to me via a book. Okay, so the principle of Ra that resides in every single human being, okay, i.e. your consciousness, okay, all right, so the scribe of Anui, okay, that wrote the papyrus of Anui, i.e. the Book of the Dead, and the priesthood, right, they being the representation, just like I am the representation of Ra, i.e. my consciousness, can produce very beautiful works, and via that means you can say Ra communicated to me via a book. You could say that, but anything else would delve into the realm of spookism. Brahim says, Habibi, ya Habibi, what's good? I need to know what you think about Jews running the slave trade. For example, in America, Jews owned the slave ships, including famous businessmen like Aaron Lopez. This history gets neglected. Yes, you're 100% right, Brahim. There has been some reports and some records on this, of Jews being part of the slave trade, financing the slave trade and so forth. Yeah, 100%, 100%. But I don't want to make it to be a conspiracy like the Jews did it, okay? Because everybody was involved with the slave trade. Let me not say everybody, but yeah, a lot of people were involved with the slave trade, and I don't want to scapegoat Jews. Like, it just seems like too, I don't know, it just seems too scapegoatish to say Jews, because there was, of course, Europeans, all different Europeans. So you can say like the Portuguese type of thing, or you can say the British, or you can say the Dutch, the Jews. There's even African tribes complicit, even Africans Africans were complicit. So there's all different types of people that were complicit, that participated in it, that financed it, that brought resources, that kind of showed other people the way. So I don't like to scapegoat and give it to this one group of one people. I rather say that there was a lot of people that was involved in that itself. So yeah, shouts out to the question from Brahim. Let's quickly go through. But if I'm wrong, and I don't know something, apologize for saying something out of turn. I'm just lacking information or education on it. I know I want Kalam to do a show on it. Okay. Hey, sugar, why am I doing that? Hey, big man thing though. Big man thing though. Man's not just screaming for screaming's sake, innit? Alright, I'll tell you why I did scream though. But don't hold this against me. I saw the first lady appear, innit? Like, real talks. I saw the first lady, how are ya, appear, and I just kind of had to scream still, no lie. Alright, shouts out to the queen. How are ya? Up in the building. Yeah. Love to you, 100% love. What's right next to the door? Club. I haven't seen any Indian Hindus involved in the slave trade. Yeah. I don't think Hindus or Indians were involved in the slave trade as purchasers that I'm aware of, but they could have contributed somehow. They could have contributed. I don't know how, but they could have contributed. And I think some Hindus, they were put into slavery or servitude within inside of the Caribbeans. I know that for sure. But otherwise, I don't know. I don't know. Yo. Yeah, you can show me some Bentleys. I'm kind of over it now though. But I'm saying back in the day, the Bentley thing was kind of like, yeah, I want that. Everything else was achievable, but that was like, I want that, and I wanted that one specifically. That specific model, that's the one I wanted. I didn't want anything else back in the day, just that one. But yeah, life said nah. It was elitist thing. Anyone with power and wealth during that time wanted slaves. Jews, English, Spanish, Arabs, Africans, Asians. It was a global elite practice. I think so. Salute to the queen. All right, Kalam, you were giving out sweets tonight at Speaker's Corner. Is that your new approach for 2019? Listen, if I've got something on me, I always give to other people. I always give. Yeah. Those that know me, it may not be on camera. It could be off camera. But if I've got something, I have to give. I have to give. This is just the way that we've been kind of brought up still. I'm a giver, I'm a giver. I'm a provider. They freed the African slaves that were brought by the Middle Eastern people called the Sidis. Yeah. Okay. All right, cool. All right, listen, family. I actually need to get into my house. Yeah. I need to finish off my dinner. I kind of left prematurely, didn't get to finish off my dinner and that, but I want to go home, eat some food, chill and relax. I've been watching Titans on Netflix. Yeah, I've been watching Titans on Netflix. It is absolutely sick. Yeah, there's man like, I don't know if you know Abdul Rahman at Speaker's Corner, tall Muslim brother, Nigerian Muslim brother. Yeah, it looks, man's Henny still. That's Henny. Yeah, but that's my guy right there. But yeah, he looks, I think on episode 5, yeah, Haley Circus, like there's like a power man in there, like a strong man in there, should I say. And he looks mad like him. Like from afar, I was like, yo, is that my brother on TV? Like, trust me. So I want to get back and go and watch some Titans, and just enjoy life. But if you don't love me, I might just do a show. Nah, I'm not gonna do a show. I'm not gonna do a show. Okay, unless some of you guys want to come on and review some Kemetic literature, then I'll do a show. But if not, I'm gonna just relax tonight. Yeah, that was an interesting convo you had. Yeah, it was good, man. Hey, listen, I've been trying to see the link. I can't find the link. I can't find the link. Is it still up on COE? Because I was trying to look back and kind of look at it. Because usually when we're driving home, like a few of us will rewatch some of the conversations that we had at Speaker's Corner, catch a little bit of jokes and kind of have a little vibes. But I couldn't see on COE tonight, man. But yeah, family, let me go, man. Let me go. I've been out here far too long. So yeah, salute and love to you guys.